Hey everybody, it's me, JTJ, and I'm here today with another review of King of the Hill. Today's episode I'm reviewing the final Shinsult. It was directed by Jack Dreyer, and as per usual, it was directed by Wesley Archer. Written by Alan R. Cohen and Alan Freeland. And as per usual, it was story edited by the late great Johnny Hardwick. And as usual, it was created by Mike Judge and Greg Daniels. So I want to start this review off by mentioning that according to Squirrel Tactics, in the episode, it's mentioned that if you want to make it so Mexico gets that leg back, San Ana's, Mexico has not expressed any or at all interest in having the leg back, so by all means, we do not have to give it back. That's just what Squirrel Tactics said. If you don't believe me, you can check out the link in the description of the video that I learned that from. Anyway, so the episode starts off with Peggy giving one of her terrible lectures about how she's a substitute Spanish teacher, even though she can't speak Spanish. And she's getting the class ready for a field trip. And apparently there's going to be an exhibit with Santa Ana's leg there before it goes back to Mexico, which this, again, is a work of fiction. That doesn't happen in real life. And I'm not even going to say sadly, because again, Mexico expressed no interest in getting the leg back. And it's kind of, weirdly enough, a trophy of war, I guess. I'm not touching that one. I'm not going to get political. I don't really care either way about the situation. I'd rather stay as far away from it as possible, subject-wise. But anyway, we then get Cotton entering the alleyway with his terrible driving. And yes, I probably should not be criticizing anyone's driving with my history. But the fact is, Cotton is old and he nearly killed Bill by hitting him with the car. Which again, maybe I shouldn't be in any position to be criticizing someone's driving, just saying. But I'm just giving you the facts of the episode. And Cotton, he hatched this plan since he memorized the seeing chart at the DMV so he could just get his license like that. Hank came up with a clever plan to tell the clerk to switch it so that way Cotton doesn't pass like that. So then we cut to basically Cotton adopting Dale as his unofficial son in a way. And Hank tries to get Cotton back together with his wife, Dee Dee. And basically what happens is their marriage is kind of, it's on the rocks and it doesn't look good. And Hank finds out that Cotton steals the leg back, Santa Ana's leg to be exact. And basically Cotton's plan was to have the Mexican government give him a new driver's license. Which in my head, that gives me a headache because I'm like thinking to myself, if he got a license in Mexico, would it really work in America? I mean, I'm not trying to sound stupid here, but don't you have to have, for one thing, the the state license in order to drive in a state that you live in. And doesn't it have to be from the US in order for you to not get arrested by a cop when you're pulled over for crashing your car into a freaking store, which I'm guessing Cotton probably will at some point. But I'm not allowed to criticize, just saying. And then we cut to Hank having to decide between keeping Cotton in the place that he's in right now, or Hank has to watch over him 24/7. And Hank comes up with the clever plan to rekindle Cotton and Dee Dee's marriage. And it, weirdly enough, worked, which is kind of funny, not gonna lie. But yeah, what winds up happening at the end is Cotton switched out Santa Anna's leg with the dummy leg that was used in the school play, and he gets the license. Now, what do I rate this episode? Well, in some aspects, because I am an overthinker, I have to be honest, and I have to rate it a 7.0. Yeah, it was good, but it could have been better, just saying. I mean, I'm not saying that 7.0 is a bad rating. I'm just saying, if I didn't have to think as much with this episode, maybe I would have given a better rating. Sorry, think is not the right word I would use to describe why I gave it this rating. A headache. If I didn't have a headache from it. But then again, that's probably just me being smart and stupid at the same time. Not that I'm super smart or anything. I'm just saying, it's just kind of like when you have to think about something and it gives you a headache when it's a paradox. It makes you really think. But that's just me. And until next time, stay tight.